to Stroke of Luck, Renee Marie Stroke of Luck on Madhouse TV. It is going to be an awesome show today. I am so excited about today's show. We have a jam-packed show with a lot of intense, wonderful information. We're going to be talking about our telethon, of course, and we're going to be thanking a lot of our supporters. And we have a very, very, very special guest on the show, Karen Noe, a Hay House author and medium who has been a guardian angel for me on my entire career. And first I'm going to introduce my panel here of the round table. And to my right, I have special correspondent Joe. Let's hear it for Joe. Woo! Yay! And to Joe's right, we have Steve, our Executive Director of Volunteers. And of course, we have BBW, Bobby Baby Walker, my co-host. Woo! So how's everybody doing?
Good.
Great.
Yeah?
Great.
Yeah,
Good.
we had an exciting morning.
Yes,
we
as
did.
usual.
Yes, and what did we do?
We had a very explicit and detailed meeting today.
Yeah, we did.
Regarding
We
the
did.
Got a
telephone.
lot of work done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was from 10 o'clock to what time do we end?
1:26. It was
1:26.
adjourned.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I had to run out, buy a pair of, stockings, and I had to, and it took me 20 minutes today to take a shower.
Yes.
But it's really good. Last week, I did a promotion, a Stroke of Luck promotion, and aphasia and stroke awareness at the Bagel Shop in Hawthorne. So I really want to thank Frank, the owner of the Bagel Express. He has been he's a dear friend, but he really has been an incredible supporter. So thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. And yeah, I think I have a photo. Do I have a photo in there of the Bagel Shop? Oh, no, I have it actually of me, Jean, and that's it. So Jean is to our Jean is to the left, and Frank is to the right. I think I can't see it. Oh, I'm in the middle. Sorry. So I'm in the middle. Jean is to the right, and Frank is to the right. Jean is to the left. So thank you so much, Frank, for your support. And of course, Jean Parada is one of our official foundation board members. Jean has been... Yay, Jean! Jean is another really unconditional team and friend and supporter and confidant. She really is. And I can't thank Jean enough for being a part of my life and guiding me and supporting me as well. We want to thank the bookstore, the Well-Read Bookstore in Hawthorne. Woo! The Well-Read Bookstore has really been, it's a dual purpose. I'm honored to talk about them today because they really have been, they're in my hometown, Hawthorne, New Jersey, and they really have been a really family hometown supporter. They really are a big bookstore in Hawthorne, New Jersey. So if you're interested in books and or interested in any type of book, the Well-Read Bookstore is really a phenomenal bookstore. But they're going to allow us to do some sports Renee Marie Stroke of Luck Extra videoing there. And we had some scheduling for tomorrow, but we had to postpone it, and we're going to reschedule it. But I really want to thank them. So let's hear it for them. Woo! But it's funny that Karen Noe should be on the show today because Bobby Baby Walker will remember that we had my kickoff book signing for Stroke of Luck. I think it was 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
It was 2 years ago already. It was phenomenal. It was, I was so high I couldn't even touch my feet to the ground.
And Miss Noe was there.
Yes, Miss Karen Noe was really, it was a privilege having Karen as a part of it. She really supported me to go through it. And it's funny, but we'll talk about this when Karen comes on. But when I was flying into my kickoff book signing, my father, who has passed, appeared for me that day. So I come in going, Karen, you got to hear my father. And I
remember
tell
that.
Karen, and she goes, oh my God, I want to use that in my book. I'm just doing that and just writing about that now. So we'll talk about that later on, but it's really awesome. And and I actually want to show a photo of Fu. Fu is our other board member. Do you have photos of Fu? There he is.
There he is.
Fulvio
Yeah.
Cesare. He's actually a wonderful actor. And he is on our board of our Renee Marie Language of Love Foundation. So I really want to thank Fu for his support and his guidance and his confidence and everything. Don't you believe that it's really important to give thanks and be grateful?
Absolutely.
Right? We all agree with that. So,
Of course.
you know.
Sure.
So I just wanted to really give thanks. And one more thank you, and then we'll get to a few things, is Judy Marlowe.
Yes.
Isn't she incredible?
She's unbelievable.
Yes.
I am on the phone
Yeah,
with
Judy!
I'm on the phone with Judy with no exaggeration, and I know you are too, at least 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
And I tell you the truth, it's always, besides being a caring and really sincere person and cares about you, me, all of us, the foundation, the work, the hours that she
the
puts
hours.
into the PR
Yes.
for the foundation
Yes.
is
Yes,
unbelievable.
Yes. She actually was working on the Yankee Candle sale. And
Yes.
she put it in states in galore and just
Yeah.
in
It's all over.
and all over in California,
all over.
Texas, and wherever. So we want to thank you, Judy, for
Yes.
for doing that.
I love Judy. Judy.
Yes.
I love Judy, but she doesn't call me. What's up with that?
You gotta have time.
Judy, you gotta
Judy,
call me.
give her your phone number.
914-400-5670.
Woo! So
And the number here is, anybody know the number here?
I just texted. I just Facebooked it.
I don't. No, I don't have it
Anyway.
here.
Just call Madhouse TV.
631-669-7999. That's the phone number here.
So if you're listening, Judy, please call Bobby and make him happy today.
Actually, she can't because her Elvis is in the house.
Oh, that's right.
They're performing tonight and tomorrow.
You lost out, Bobby.
Oh.
Yeah, so she'll call you at home. She'll call you. It's Bobby's cell.
Elvis,
So-
give us some time to call me.
Before we get to, I'm going to let Steve do his promo, his PR for our Language of Love volunteer, because that's really, really important. As Judy is like touching the world with her PR. Steve is going to start recruiting volunteers from around the country. We're going to work on first, but if anybody in the world wants to join forces, we don't say no to anybody. So let's hear from Steve a little bit about your mission, our cause, our what's the word I used?
Campaign.
Our campaign.
Well, our goal is to spread the word of stroke awareness and aphasia, and we're in the process of reaching out to all the stroke and aphasia groups throughout the country. And we hope to have at least a representative from each state
Right. Right.
who can help us to spread this word.
Right, and so their mission is going to be like, we already have Paul Brown
Yes?
in Florida.
Florida.
He's actually a friend of mine, but he actually is such a great support. Carla, it does Simply Streisand. It's his wife. She does Simply Streisand, and we've had a wonderful connection. And he said, "Oh my God, I'd love to help you." You know, so he's going to be our first. So what we'll do is we'll send out information to him, any PR that we have,
Yes.
and then it will be their responsibility to touch their state with it.
Okay.
And if we can get oh my God, I'm like so excited. It's really exciting. It's
is.
really exciting.
Very exciting.
It's really exciting. So, all right. So before before we go to break, and I know we have a surprise, but I want to share a little bit about, you know what, I'll do it the next segment. I'll do it right before when I introduce Karen. So I think, Vicki, we have something. I have a special gift for somebody. And this is a spur of the moment thing that we always do. We're very good at what? Winging it.
Always winging it. Always winging
Our
it.
nickname are going to be Wing It.
Wings.
Wings. So here we go.
Oh, no.
It's Steve's birthday.
Happy
Today.
birthday, Steve.
And
Happy
Steve's not
birthday.
going to be able to be here at the end of the show, so we're going to present him with the birthday cake now. You ready?
Thank you.
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you make a wish?
I sure did.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you,
Okay,
everybody.
on that
Thank you.
note,
Very good.
we're going to have to say goodbye to Steve and Joe. Joe has, why don't you promote your show tonight?
Well, we're having a show at Queensborough Community College tonight with the Jarmels, Twin Gold.
Farms.
No, they canceled, unfortunately. Lenny Coco and the Chimes, and Earl Lewis and the Channels.
Wow.
So tonight at 7:30, Queensborough Community College, exit 29 off the LIE.
Yes. And with that, we'll be right back with this very dear friend and very special guest, Karen Noe. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act One will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
All right, wait, Renee moved over. You
Uh,
can't.
I'm sorry. I can move. You okay? Hello. It's live internet TV. What could we say? Welcome back to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. Oh, I'm so happy that this day finally came. A very special guest and dear friend of mine is the guest today. And before I introduce her, I really want to go back to when the other side and when I really realized, I really became aware. Even though I had an out-of-body experience and had a stroke, it really didn't connect with me until a really important day in the entire world, and that was 9/11. I think after 9/11, everybody had to hold on to something, that there was more out there than just those of us walking on earth. So that's when I really understood and I really connected. I always was floundering. I kind of knew, but I didn't know that there was life on the other side. But it was really a pinpoint moment in my life when it happened. So a few years after, I actually went to the store with my mom, and I was in a really sad place, and my mom took me to Barnes and Nobles, and I walked into Barnes and Nobles in Paramus, New Jersey, and I just walked to Karen's book, and it was really, really, really a pinpoint moment. So when my mom says to me, "What are you going to do with that book?" I said, "Whoop, that means the show's on." That's a sign from everyone that. Anyway, so my mom said, "What are you going to do with that book?" And I said, "I guess I'm buying it because I have no idea why I picked it up." So I picked it up, and in the car on the way home, I turned it over, and I saw Karen Noe, Ramsey, New Jersey. I said, "That's got to mean something. You don't pick a book in Barnes and Nobles where it has 20 million books in there of someone that's not so close to you," which is 10 minutes from where I live. So I emailed Karen, and she emailed me back in 2 minutes flat, and the rest is history. So I would like to formally introduce Karen Noe. Yay! There she is. Woo! Karen, you know what? Tell us a little bit. I know you told this story a million times, but tell us a little bit of how it began, how you got into.
Sure. When I was little, people ask me all the time if I was always psychic, and the answer is I've always been psychic since I was a little girl, but I haven't always been able to connect with the angels and deceased loved ones. But when I was younger, my father used to take me to the racetrack, and I picked the winning horses for him.
Oh my God!
Things like that. But then about 20 years ago, and I have many stories, but we don't
Yeah.
have enough time.
Yes.
About 20 years ago, I was going through a very rough time in my life. And I just sat at the edge of my bed and I asked God if I was going to be okay. And when I was asking that, I saw a light coming towards me from the other side of the room. And my first response was, "If you are not of God, please leave." But the more I said that, the more it kept coming towards me, and it eventually enveloped me. At that time, I heard an audible voice that said, "Lucha, Lucina, Bella, Lucha, Lucina." And for those listeners who are Italian, it means light, beautiful little light.
Right.
And since that time, I've learned it was St. Francis.
Wow.
Assisi.
I love St.
And
Francis.
right after that point, I started feeling the messages from angels and deceased loved ones. And I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do readings. I didn't want people to think I was not in my right mind.
Right.
So, reluctant. And to make a long story short, every time I did it, I started off in the back of a hair salon doing healing on people, Reiki and all of that. And if messages came, it was a bonus.
Right.
But what happened
Right.
is the rest is history. As I'm doing the healing, messages come through, and that one person told a few people, and then they told a few people, and so on and so on. And now I'm booked for 2 years ahead of time.
And I'm one of her old clients. She's not taking any new
Yeah.
clients.
I don't know what I'm going to be
I know.
doing in 2
I know.
years. So, but I know I see the peace that it brings to people
Yes.
when I bring the messages.
Yes.
It's always very concrete, messages that nobody else would know except those who have passed.
Right. Well, when with me, we connected, and I set an appointment with Karen. It was a few
That
years.
was- that was what, before my book? No, after my book.
It was after your book.
Yeah.
After your first book.
Yes.
After your first book, which we'll show in a minute. But I set an appointment with Karen, and I never met her before. Never met her before, and she came up with names of my grandfather, Kakaya. Now, that's not a name you could pull out of the sky or someone. I don't even look Cuban. And honestly, I mean, and my maiden name is Testa, and my married name is Adams. So there was no sign for her. So Arturo and Kakaya. So I knew right then and there that she was authentic.
Well,
and-
see, that's what I always want to tell people. If you go to a psychic medium, you should have messages that somebody would not know otherwise. Like, in other
Right.
words, the concrete messages, not your grandfather's here and loves you very much. What about him? What did he do? What's
Right.
something special
Right.
about that person? What's his name? Gagaya, whatever his
Right,
Gagaya.
Gagaya is
You know,
what we
when-
called my Cuban grandfather, Gagaya.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
when I started doing this, like I said before, I didn't want people to think I was crazy.
I know.
So I didn't want to share this. But one of my first readings, I'll never forget, I was doing healing on somebody. And as I'm doing the healing, now mind you, I didn't want her to think I was crazy. I see somebody coming through, and I believe his name was Robert. They always tell me their name. And he shows me a kangaroo with boxing gloves on, just punching the air. I said, oh my God, I can't tell her, I can't tell her that. And he just kept going. So I said, okay, there's somebody here named Robert, and he said he died in a motorcycle accident. It was many years ago. I can't remember the
Right,
exact details.
right.
But he's showing me a kangaroo with boxing gloves. And she got off the table and she screamed. She said that my friend Robert died in a car accident, motorcycle, whatever it was, and he boxed kangaroos in Australia. So I said, okay, I'm really getting messages. And that's when I said, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'll do
Right,
it.
right,
I don't care. I know
right,
these are real concrete messages.
Right. Karen, don't you find that, like with me, in my hard times, and you in your hard times, that's when we release we just let go. And we actually let go, because my next book is going to be To Get Out of My Own Way. Because that's honestly what we need to do, because it's usually in the hard times that we have nothing left in us and we just give it up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What I find, I was just going through a rough time this last week, and I won't get into any details. And in the car ride over here, instead of wallowing in what's going wrong, I said, that's it. This car ride, I'm just thinking about positive things. So
Right.
I was talking about everything that made me happy, and I have a granddaughter, and I'm thinking of her and picking her up, and just things that make me happy. And that's
Right.
really how you get out of it.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
truly.
Yeah, it is. It is. So let's talk about your 3 books. Let's talk about your first
Sure.
book. Your first book is
This one.
Rainbows.
The Rainbow Follows
The
a
Rainbow
Storm.
Follows a Storm. Yes, yes. I don't have this one on the a photo of this, but if we could.
Get it closer.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Rainbow Follows a Storm, and this is the first book that I
Yeah,
read.
That was my first book. That was when I said, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing in life. Teaching people to do, sure. I believe that everybody could do what I'm doing.
Yes,
And
I believe that too.
This is, I believe my purpose in life is not to say, look at me, but to
Right.
show you how
Right.
you can do it.
Right. And that's what I love about you.
So that is the most important. And The Rainbow Follows the Storm is my beginnings and how it all happened and how you can do it too.
Right.
So
Right.
that was
Right. Right. And then your second book
this one.
is
The Eyes of Another.
Through the Eyes of Another. Now, this was first put out.
That was first put out by Balboa Press, and then Hay House. Balboa Press is a division of Hay House, and Hay House took it over, which
Yes.
is great because that was
Yes.
my all-time.
Yes.
Since I was a little
Goal
girl,
and objective.
I wanted to be published by Hay House. This is
I
such
want
an
to be published
honor.
by- yeah.
Such an
yeah.
honor.
Yeah, it is.
This book is from all the messages that I have done all these years. The bottom line is this: the people who have passed, they're okay. They want us to be okay, but they do have regrets. They're able to see how they have affected us through our eyes. They're able to see the bigger perspective. So they go through a life review, you know. So if they were nice, they see that. They feel it as if it's their own. If they were not so nice, they feel that as if, you know, it's their own
Right,
too.
right.
So I tell people in this book, don't wait until it's too late to tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. Don't wait till it's too late to
Right.
forgive somebody or ask forgiveness.
Right.
And make sure to treat yourself with the respect you deserve, because
Right.
in your life review, you see how you've affected yourself as well.
Right.
So that's what that book is all
Wow.
about as well.
Wow. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Through your
Through the eyes of another.
right. And then we have her latest book, which I think is actually the best one.
That's my
Out of-
favorite.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
yeah, yeah. But you know what? You grow and you learn. and
Right.
you probably couldn't have got to this book
No.
unless you did the other two books first.
Exactly. This is everything I know. And
Yeah.
this is what I was thinking with all the people that have come to see me. As I told you before, you know, I'm booked for 2 years ahead of time. I have thousands of clients. The bottom line is that the loved ones who have passed are okay. They want us to be okay too.
Right.
So this book is everything: how to become, you know, how to move on, how to move forward in your life, how to connect with your deceased loved ones, ask for signs from them, how to receive signs, and things like that. And there's all wonderful stories in there as well, true stories.
And I know that we have to, when people pass and people come to me because they know I've experienced it, and I'm 100 million% positive that there is another side. And they ask me, and I say, you really just need to shift your relationship with those that have passed, because they
Yes.
still can hear you.
Yes.
How do we maintain our connection with our deceased loved ones?
Well, first of all, I would say talk to them. They can hear everything you're saying. They're not with us 24 hours a day, but if your energy is directed towards them, it's like a telephone.
Right, right.
So I talk to them, ask them for signs, and, you know, look for the signs.
Right,
Maybe we
right.
could talk about that after.
Right, right, okay, all right. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act One will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hot air and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
Hi, welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. We're really we're very honored to have Karen Noe here. And you know, when I read the book, the one thing that really caught my attention, and knowing that the connections is, I don't know if you remember Rose, who was on our show. She briefly spoke about tapping and where you should tap. And when I was reading Karen's book, I noticed that tapping was in there. So give us a little information about tapping and how it can help you. And
Sure. Well, to begin, I wanted to say I never teach people something that I don't do myself.
right.
When my mom was very sick, I'll never forget this, and this is why I teach everybody about tapping. I had a person coming for an appointment on their way, and as they're on their way, I receive a phone call from my mother's doctor saying she only has a few weeks to live. So I said, I was hysterical. I very close with my mom, and I didn't know what to do. I wasn't going to tell the person to go home. As I said before, she waited a long time to come to see me. So what I did was I did some tapping, which I'll discuss in a minute.
Okay.
And by the time the woman got there, I was okay. And I said, this really works. There's nothing else that would have helped me. So this is what it is. We have acupuncture points on our body that correspond to emotions. So any negative emotion is stored in the acupuncture points that I discuss in the book. Anger, fear, grieving. And if you tap on these specific points as you're experiencing the emotion, so you have to be experiencing the emotion,
Right.
which I was doing. I was
Right.
hysterical, and I was tapping on the points. You move the energy out, and then you feel better. So it's like a miracle cure for grief. And that's why I dedicated a whole chapter on this in the book.
Wow.
So
Wow. You know what I love about you, Karen, that I'm sitting here looking at you and listening to you talk, is you're really open and honest about the struggles and the
Yes.
joys in your life. And that's what I love. Like, we try to be open and honest on this show, you know, about this is a real show. It's
Right.
not a a game. It's a real show that we have emotions
There
and
are no
stuff.
scripts.
No,
Right.
no script.
No
So
scripts.
that's what I really admire about you. But give us a little. Can you show us a little bit about?
Sure, I'd
tapping?
have to stand up, but I'll show you the top part.
Well, then maybe when we go over to, well, you can show us the top part, but
Sure.
when we go over to the last segment, you
Sure.
can give us a full.
Well, what's good, in the book I have illustrations and
Oh,
step by
good.
step, but the beginning points are you'd have to say, we have to talk during a tapping session. So you'd have to say, even though there's a sore spot here, see, it's a lot.
Wait.
You'd find a sore spot
Right,
right here.
right.
You have to bring up the emotion if you're grieving. You bring up the grief, find the sore spot, and then you rub on that spot. So you're moving the energy. And then you would say something such as, even though I'm very upset my mother is dying, I want to love and accept myself the way I am. And you say that 3 times. Whatever it is, even though, whatever the negative emotion is, I want to love and accept myself the way I am. And you
Right.
rub 3 times. What you're doing is you're moving the energy.
Right,
Then you're going to tap on different acupuncture points, which is what I'm doing here.
right.
You have to experience the emotion. In other words, if you're just tapping and you're not experiencing
it.
the negative emotion, it's not going to work.
Right.
Because what it's doing is moving the energy out, and it's the most incredible thing. And if you have a physical ailment, sometimes it heals that as well.
Wow.
I have a woman that I talked about in the book, Ro, that had 3 back surgeries, and nothing would help her. And she came in to my office she said, these are her words, these are not my words, like a bat out of hell. She's going through a rough time at home, not at home, in her personal life. And I said, okay, whoa, let's just do some tapping. And we did the tapping. By the end of the session, her back pain was gone.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it really does work.
So,
cool.
while where could they purchase this book?
You could get this at Amazon.com or any Barnes & Noble, any major bookstore. Or if you wanted to go to my website, it's KarenNoe.com. That's KarenNoe.com.
Say it again, Karen, just so they get it.
KarenNoe.com, KarenNoe.
Yes.
Now, is that
yes.
French?
Believe it or not,
Noe?
it's Italian.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, but that's
Very
not my
cool.
maiden. My maiden name is Lazzarini.
Lovely.
Now that's Italian.
Wow. Well, so that's pretty awesome that they could, and of course you could buy. I actually bought this book in Barnes and Nobles. I went to the Barnes
Yes.
and Nobles and picked it up because I have my story in there.
Yes.
And I believe it's on.
Karen, you think if you tap on my head, I can grow
You
some
got some
hair?
hair? We could try, but what works on that? Reiki.
Reiki?
Energy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Karen, are you a Reiki? Are you? Were
Reiki
you,
master, yeah.
You were, but I'm understanding you were Reiki before you became aware of your
Yes.
gift.
I always was searching, always, was into the spiritual realm, and yes, I was. I did
Yeah.
Reiki before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reiki is, explain what Reiki is.
Reiki.
Because, I mean, I know what it is, of
Yes.
course, and so does Bobby, and so does some
Do
of
you
our.
know what that is?
It has something to do with the energy that the
That's it.
body emits.
Yes.
And I'm not exactly sure.
I
why.
did see.
Well,
He had
no,
the, he had the
yeah.
puzzled look when you
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that. But what it is, it's energy that runs through you, through God, through Source, whatever you want to call God,
Right.
Source. That it's not you, it's through you, and you don't have to think about what you're doing because it's not you anyway. So actually, during a session when I have my appointments, I'm doing Reiki on somebody, but I'm not focusing on the healing because it's through me. And it works on the mind, body, spirit, not just the body.
And people, and what it is, and I know there's some hospitals that actually teach Reiki to their
Absolutely.
nurses.
Yep.
So that when they're in the rooms, they could, give some positive energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because hospitals are really difficult,
Right, and
to-
they have a lot of negative energy.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of difficulty in hospitals.
Right.
I mean, there's some joys in hospitals when children are born, which is absolutely a joy. How old is your granddaughter?
1.
Oh my
She
God.
just turned 1.
great.
Oh, I wish we had a photo
Just
of her.
Yeah,
beginning,
I
just
should have
beginning.
brought one.
Yeah, you should have brought a photo of her. What's her name?
Annabelle.
Annabelle. I've seen photos on Facebook.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. it's awesome. It's awesome. So
Question.
Yes.
Do you feel, do you pick up anybody's
Aura?
Aura, yeah, it has to do with the aura. It has to do with, like for instance, if I had an accident 2 years ago, could you pick up that I got hurt in a particular place?
Yes, when you're doing Reiki, I'm guided to certain areas on the body, and maybe I won't know what happened, but I'll know that a particular area would need more energy than another area.
Right.
And you know what's the best part about Reiki is as much energy as you need goes in, and it actually subsides the energy when you're done, and then you move on. It's the most
cool.
incredible.
So you kind of get guided to
Yeah.
to
Where
what-
to go,
yes,
and
yes.
it's it's always working, but sometimes in certain places it works harder, stronger, stronger.
Did you ever study the Silva mind?
No, but I'm very open to positive thinking. It's the same
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah. Well, that's
Oh,
what I took the
as-
Silva
Okay,
course.
yeah.
And she was wonderful. And what I'm saying is, like, we were taught to go into a meditative state and to ask permission of the individual that we could go into their bodies to find to locate the problem.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's very, I don't like the word mind control. Mind
Yeah.
control kind of scares people, and I'm really happy that they changed the perspective on it. But it really is a very positive thing, like yourself, what you state is, it's very respectful. And it's not changing somebody's mind without asking permission
Right.
to go in and use positive energies on them. So,
And the energies come through you very pure.
yes,
kind of,
yes.
Because you're in a meditative state.
Right, 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 right.
I was in meditation for a while too. And I stopped doing it because I got scared.
Why'd you
know?
get scared?
I got scared because one of my instructors
Yep.
was talking to me one day, and I started feeling a pain in my leg,
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
and it hurt, something fierce, So like I limped away, and then I turned around and to finish saying something to her, she said, "Oh, you have a pain in the same place that I broke my leg at,"
Oh, yeah.
and it scared me.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. So I figured, let me cool down on this.
But that doesn't normally happen, and I always tell people praying is talking to God, but meditating is listening.
Listening, yes.
And it's important to listen as well as to speak, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
I think you should try it again.
It was funny when I was in Mary Help of Christians in North Halden, and I was asked to sing the "Let There Be Peace on Earth" at a function there. So I go in with my mom's teacher, Sister Rosalie, and we go in, and she says, "Let's kneel down, let's pray." And I said, "Okay." So I knelt down, I prayed. When we got done rehearsing, then I went back to sit down, and she says to me, "You don't have to say goodbye to God. He comes with Jesus. He comes with us all the time, and you need to listen to."
It's true.
So it's good. Karen, what do you wish to tell our listeners who have lost a loved one about the best to heal and move on in their lives?
The best way to heal and move on? Well, first of all, know without a doubt that their loved ones are okay. This is not something I believe or something that I think. It's something I know without a doubt, and that's a big difference.
Yes.
Through all the experience that I have, they are okay, but we're not, the people
Right.
who are here on earth. So it's important to know that, to ask them for signs, to ask them for without a doubt signs, like big ones that you know without a doubt they're with you. Whether it be they come through as a bird, a ladybug, a butterfly, or a car cuts you off with their name, on the license plate, or
And you
your
can
smell.
actually ask them to show you a specific thing,
Absolutely.
because they will.
Well, don't be too specific. Just say, I need a sign to let me know you're here. Did you ever hear that song by Train? I need a sign. My radio show. If you ever listen to my radio
Yes,
show,
yes.
which, by the way, it's on the first Saturday of every
Go ahead.
month.
No, tell us what
Saturday
it
of
is.
every month. It's called the Angel Quest Show, and it's on WRCR.com.
Okay.
But that's the song that I use. I'm going off on a tangent, aren't I?
No,
What was
well,
I
but
saying?
it's so.
Let it
We
loose,
have so
let it
much.
loose,
We
let
have
it
so.
rip.
Right, we have so much information that we want to make
Right,
sure we
right.
get to you.
Yeah,
It's
let
just
it rip.
important for loved ones to know that their loved ones are okay. And with that, their deceased loved ones don't want them to be sad and to grieve. So do it for them. to
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah, yeah. I know that you do an event called with Dr. Wayne Dyer.
Well, it's called an I Can Do It event.
I Can
Is
Do
that
It
what
event.
you- Yes,
Yes,
yeah. Well,
and
it-
that's with Hay House.
It's with Hay House, and I'm going to be doing it in Orlando next year. I believe it was September, and I forgot. Isn't this terrible?
That's okay, but
I will have it on my website.
You can go to her website, which
Absolutely.
is
KarenNoe.com.
KarenNoe.com, which
Yes.
you can find on Madhouse TV, because it's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go to my Facebook or whatever, but you
Yes.
will find it.
And I'm also on Facebook.
Yes.
You know, join me on Facebook, Karen Noe Author.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. And I'll be at the ARE, that's the Association of Research and Enlightenment. I don't know if you know about Edgar Casey,
Yes.
but he has a beautiful, he's not alive anymore, but they have a wonderful place in Virginia Beach. I don't know, what do you call it? A place.
I was about to say Edgar Casey.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, they have a wonderful place in Virginia Beach, and I'll be speaking there in
Wow.
Great.
November.
And what's the
I have to
topic you're
remember
going to be speaking on?
The new book, Your
The new
Life
book.
After Their Death. So it's going to be a
Wow.
whole day thing. Yeah,
Wow.
it'll be a lot of fun.
You know, it's funny, but, like I said before, after September 11th, I believe it was really a pinpoint moment for people to look outside. They had to. We had to. We had to. There wasn't, there was, I mean, you couldn't hold on. There was no reasons why. I mean, on Earth, it happened because, yes, it was terrorists. But we as humans can't accept that, you know what I'm saying? So we had to find a reason to reach out to and the spirits and passing along, and people are very alive on the other side. So it's true. It's true. So Karen, we're going to take a break, I believe, and we're going to go to our stage section, and maybe you can give us a little of you'll be standing, so you can give us a little bit more information on the tapping, which is really, really exciting. And I really believe in Karen, and I believe in her book, and I believe in her passion and mission, and we really hope that you will buy the book, buy any of her books to follow her trail, and we'll be right back in a few minutes on the other stage. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy.
Welcome back to Renee Marie Stroke of Luck. I'm really happy. Karen is going to give us a little brief tapping lesson very quickly. And of course, if you want the full instructions, you can buy the book. And she has it on chapter 3, The Emotional Freedom Technique, which is tapping. So Karen, can you give us a little bit?
Sure, but I want to say this takes usually I teach classes on this, and it usually takes a few hours to teach. So we'll do it in 2 minutes.
Okay, but then they could
That's
so
the Reader's Digest
Yeah,
version, right?
yeah.
you know what? Then they could on your website they can take a class.
Yes,
for
I teach
tapping.
classes in Ramsey, New Jersey. So again, if you wanted to register for a class, you could
Register online.
register online.
Okay. Okay.
So now, very
Excellent.
briefly, okay?
Okay.
So we have to move it along.
Okay.
So you're going to bring up a negative emotion. You don't have to tell me what it is. You bring it up, okay? Think about the emotion. Again, you have to feel the emotion before you tap in order to make yourself feel better. So you're going to bring it up, and you're going to find the sore spot, which should be right here. It
What-
should hurt. Now,
it-
that's an indication. If you're rubbing on the spot and it hurts, it means you're storing a lot of energy there. So you're going to find the spot here. Take your thumbs. Come on.
Do you have to use both hands? Do you have to use both?
Yeah. Yeah. You could do
I
one.
can't.
You could use one.
Okay.
All right, so you say even though, and whatever the negative emotion is, it hurts. See what he's saying? What happens is if you have a negative emotion, you store it in certain acupuncture points. So you're going to say whatever. Even though I feel terrible, I want to love and accept myself the way I am. So you say that.
Even though I feel terrible, I want to love myself the way I am.
So you say that 3 times, okay? So now after that, what you're doing is, I always say, it's like setting up the pins to go bowling.
Right.
You're setting up your energy to do the tapping. So now
Right.
you're going to take 2 fingers of both hands. You're going to tap. And then I would talk to you about it. I really feel bad. I don't know what's the matter with me. You know, whatever the emotion. You want to really tap, not just, you got to really tap. So these are the acupuncture points. You got to move it down. And then here, and then here, and here. And as you're tapping, that's great for the microphone, right? You're going to find a sore spot as you're doing it, and that's where you're holding it in.
Wow.
See? Because I can actually see that. So you're right there, and then you go down here. I won't do all the points, and then you do cha-cha-cha.
How about
Karate
back
chop.
here?
You see? When you find the sore spots, that's where you're holding it in. And you go here, between the pinky and the ring finger, and then the other hand. So basically, and there's more to it, but as you're doing a number of rounds, if it's something that you've been holding on to many years, you're going to do a lot of rounds of this. Keep tapping till you feel better. What I do is, when I'm alone, I go in the bathroom and I'm like, I can't believe this happened, you know, and you just really let it
Right,
out.
right.
Let it out, and you move it through.
Wow. Wow.
Very cool.
That is awesome.
Tapping
That is awesome.
101.
Tapping 101.
That's great.
Right
That's
here
great.
on Stroke
Thank
of
you
Luck.
so much.
It's good. It's good. Well, I'm really, you know, before we need to get to the closing song, I really want to thank Karen
Thank you.
so much for being a part and for supporting all our causes, because she really does. This is not about us. It's about our mission. It's about what our purpose is on this earth. And if anybody has it, it's Karen. She really does it very well. So Bobby and I struggle with it now.
No, you
And if you know anything about spirit, it's the spiritual world is real.
It is real. It is real.
We're
you
spiritual
can learn.
beings having a
An
human experience.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
So buy the book.
But can you tell? Buy the book. Actually, we had when you did your campaign. What was your when you published the book? Because you
This
just
one?
yes. Remember you did a campaign online for
Amazon. We
Amazon.
wanted to get the numbers up,
Yes,
and everybody
yes.
purchased it on that
Yes.
day. So thank you. That was
Yes,
wonderful.
yes, and we
It
did a promo
It
for
did
that.
get. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes, it went all the way up.
And
It was
and
great.
what number did it end
What
at?
was it? I can't hear you. No, in spiritual books. It was something like 32, 33 in spiritual books.
That's wonderful.
So thank you.
Great.
Yay! So that's good. Do we need to go into the song? Yes? Okay. So,
Should I leave?
no, come here.
Oh.
Here we go. So we want to thank Joe and Steve for joining us before they had to leave very early. Of course, we want to thank Frank at the Bagel Shop, Bill from Well Read Books in Hawthorne, New Jersey. We want to thank Fu and Jean and everybody, and a special thank you to Karen and Ken. Ken is Karen's boyfriend, and Ken drove Karen in, and we're really honored. You think you guys been together for 2 years at least? Approximately 2 years? Because I met you in Wanacue when you came the few times. So thank you so much. Thank you. We're going to go right into the song, and we sing it out of love. We sing it out of love. So let's rock and roll. It'll come on in a few minutes. It's okay. We're on live internet TV. Yes. Here we go. And just let us know when we're going to roll out so we can blow our kisses, because we blow kisses. And I never thought I'd feel this way. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love all of you. And if you should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try to feel the way you do today. And then if you can remember, here we go everybody, let's go. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. We're blowing our kisses. And you came and opened me, and now there's so much more I see. And so by the way, I thank you. And then for the times when we're apart, well then close your eyes and know the words are coming from our hearts. And then if you can remember, here we go everybody, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for good times and bad times. I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. God bless everybody. Have a stroke of luck, and we'll see you in a few weeks. Here we go. Blow our kisses. Let's go.